Hi Scorpio, this is your May 19th through the 25th weekly tarot reading. We'll have 5 separate spreads in this weekly reading. In the first spread, we'll be looking at new love entering your life. Spread number 2 is for those of you who are already in a relationship or married. In the third spread, we'll see if anybody wants to get back together with you. After that, in spread number 4, we'll talk about your work, your business, and your finances. And the fifth, the final spread, will be what you're not expecting to happen this week. Please like, comment, and subscribe to support this channel. This first spread is a new love this week, Scorpio, but the person may not necessarily be new. For some of you, we have the Page of Wands clarified by the Knight of Cups. We have the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands clarified by the 3 of Pentacles. In the potential outcome, we have the Star with the Chariot and the 10 of Cups. And we have the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing maybe with a fellow water sign, Cancer, and another Scorpio or Pisces. We also have Aquarius, but it could be absolutely any zodiac sign, as long as this person has something to do with the way you make your money, or could be making money this week or starting this week. Okay, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles in this reading, right? The third card from the left is the 8 of Pentacles, and a little further down, the 3 of Pentacles clarifying the 8 of Wands. Both of them, one at a time, each one of them can be interpreted as a card of work, business, and finances. And when both of them show up in the same reading, yep, it's got to be that. It's got to be work, business, and finances. It could be somebody you already work with, right? It could be somebody you could be starting working with this week. Or maybe you're going to go somewhere this week to a conference or on a business trip, and maybe this is somebody who will accompany you. Or maybe if you're starting a new job, or they're starting a new job, maybe you already work there. Or if you're starting a new job, maybe they already at that workplace, right? Yeah, we also have a couple of pages here, right? The Page of Wands all the way to your left, clarified by the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Whenever 2 or more pages show up in a reading, I always bring up kids, right? Perhaps it has something to do with children. Maybe both of you like work with kids, or maybe you work together, and maybe you'll be like it could be like a kid's birthday party, or maybe you'll do like a play date with a co-worker who also has children, or something along those lines. But this is not necessarily for all of you. Like I said, if 2 or more pages show up, I always bring that up. So keep that in mind, right? But if kids are out of the question, then the Page of Wands is a card of somebody approaching you, reaching out to you, asking you out on a date, or maybe inviting you to go somewhere, right? The Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck, it could be an email coming in, or a text message, or it could be maybe somebody keeping tabs on you. And, if you work somewhere, and if you've noticed somebody like sometimes looking at you, maybe that's the person, right? So the Page of Swords could be one of those interpretations, right? The Knight of Cups clarified by the Page of Wands. This is the real reason, right? The Knight of Cups could be a fellow water sign just like you, but it's also the most loving, the most caring, the most romantic knight out of all 4 knights. And perhaps the Page of Wands is just an excuse to spend some time with you, to get to know you. If you're all going to the same place, maybe a happy hour, or employee appreciation day, or what have you. Or maybe you're traveling somewhere together with this person on the same business trip, same conference, what have you, right? So the Knight of Cups is how this person actually feels. They feel very attracted to you. They feel very loving when it comes to you. In the middle, we have the 8 of Wands clarified by the 3 of Pentacles that we already talked about. The 8 of Wands is a card of a lot of communication. It's also a card of literally going somewhere. And my favorite way to interpret the 8 of Wands is the Cupid's Arrows card. Cupid's Arrows, right? Similar to the Knight of Cups. So yeah, in the potential outcome, it's you two, tying the knot. Tying the knot. I'm just being honest with you, Scorpio. That's what those 3 cards are all about. The Star, the Chariot, and the 10 of Cups. Right? Beautiful, amazing cards. 2 major arcana cards and 10 of Cups, right? We do have 2 major arcana cards in this reading, and the Star and the Chariot, those are the 2 major arcana cards. Both are in the potential outcome. The Star could be an Aquarius, but it's also a card of a wish come true. The Chariot could be a Cancer, but the Chariot is a card of moving forward, moving in, moving. It's a card of victory and success. It's a card of a triumph. Okay, and the 10 of Cups is a card of a family, happily ever after. That's what that card is usually referred to. But it's a card of like emotional fulfillment. It's a card of family, commitment, marriage. If having children is still an option for you, you may have children together, or maybe, like I said earlier, if both of you are single parents, maybe you'll be one big happy family. All right, so yeah, Scorpio, pretty straightforward reading. Pretty straightforward reading. Be on the look. This person has something to do with the way you make your money, or will have something to do with the way you make your money starting this week. All right, really happy for you, Scorpio. Congratulations. If you are already in a relationship or married, Scorpio, the spread is for you. We have the Fool, the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups, and the Five of Cups on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with an Aries, Taurus, or whatever your person's zodiac sign is. Nostalgia. That's bringing the spark back into your connection. That's going to be important. That's what you're going to be doing this week. Okay, at least from what I see here, because the Five of Cups, it is a card of grief and regret about how things used to be. Okay, the Fool, the first card that came out, just maybe trying something new, right? The Fool is a card of just being very spontaneous, perhaps for some of you. The Hierophant in the middle is a card of marriage, commitment, and it's also a Taurus major arcana card. We're wrapping up Taurus birthday season this week. So maybe you're dealing with a Taurus, but it is a card of a commitment of marriage, right? It's also a card of education. It's a card of religion. It's a very spiritual card as well. The Ace of Cups right next to the deck. So yeah, bringing love back into your relationship, into your marriage. I don't know, something new. Maybe you'll go out. Maybe you'll go to a restaurant. Maybe you'll go for a walk in a park, or something else could definitely be taking place here. But the key point here is like thinking about, remember the good old days. Let's do something again. Let's do something the way we used to do. Or it could be something new, as long as you guys get very excited again. All right, cool. Let's see if anybody comes back from the past for you, Scorpio, this week. Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be the most recent. Next, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Four of Cups, and we have Justice on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Libra. Yeah, that's actually the only zodiac sign I see here. If you're not dealing with a Libra, it's still a no. It is a no. This reading is about rejection. All right, rejection. Justice on the bottom of the deck is a Libra major arcana card. The Six of Pentacles, the first card that came out, always reminds me of Libra, because the person standing in the middle is holding up scales, right? And the person in the Justice card is also holding up scales. But Justice could be a major apology. The Six of Pentacles could be a card of equal give and take. So perhaps if this person was breadcrumbing you in the past, or they were cheap, greedy, they will come back and try to be different. All right, but it's a no. It's a no. The remaining three cards are not talking about somebody being welcomed back. Quite the opposite. Somebody being rejected. And to be honest with you, in case if you were wondering how they're going to feel about this, they're going to be devastated. Okay, you rejecting them, they're going to be devastated. But you're going to, perhaps they deserve it. Perhaps they deserve it, Scorpio. You're not taking them back. All right. Cool. Let's talk about your work, your business, and your finances, Scorpio, this week. We have the Two of Pentacles, the King of Swords, the Six of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Wands, and we also have the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You're dealing with two people, and there's a choice. Somebody has to make a choice, all right? So one of the people is the King of Swords, and the other person is the King of Wands. They could be any zodiac signs. When it comes to work, business, finances, we don't usually know what other people's zodiac signs are, but just in case, the King of Swords could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The King of Wands could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Two of Pentacles, the first card that came out, it is a card of trying to choose. It's also a card of juggling, okay? But it is ultimately a choice card. And at the end, we have the Six of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Wands. It's a trip. Somebody's going on a trip, or somebody's moving, relocating, or something like that, or moving on. All right, and you somehow a part of this, Scorpio. Somehow you are a part of this, right? So maybe You're choosing whom you want to send on a business trip or whom you want to send to a conference. Or if both of them are offering you something, you are choosing between those two, right? Or maybe both of them are offering you to go somewhere, right? But somebody eventually will be going. With the Six of Swords and the Eight of Wands, somebody's going to hop on a plane or get in a train, get in the car, get on a bus, and go. Somebody will. All right? Cool. Let's see what you're not expecting to happen this week, Scorpio. We have the Empress, the Star, the Seven of Pentacles, and the World on the bottom of the deck. You could be dealing with a Libra, Taurus, Aquarius, or any zodiac sign. Somebody is expecting, Scorpio. I don't know who this is, but somebody is expecting. Okay? The Empress is a mother figure. The Star is a card of a wish come true. The Seven of Pentacles is a card of waiting. Waiting. And the World is a card of, maybe it could be a card of like somebody being remote, away from you, but it's also a card of a happy end. It is a card of an ending, but it's a happy end card. This is when one chapter of one's life comes to an end and a much better, much happier chapter replaces the previous chapter. Okay? If it's not about somebody expecting, then maybe it's because the Empress is a Taurus or Libra birthday. I mean, Taurus or Libra major arcana cards. So maybe it's like a very late Taurus person deciding to throw a birthday party. Okay, maybe that's what you're not expecting. All right, but three major arcana cards. Look at that. The Empress, the Star, the World, three major arcana cards. And the Empress is an amazing, fantastic major arcana card. It's one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's also kind of like abundance. By the way, somebody could be, what you're not expecting, maybe money coming in. Money, all right? And because the Seven of Pentacles could be a card of like waiting for the money. All right, Scorpio, so yeah, that's what I have for you for this reading, for this week. If this video resonates with you, please like it. Please also comment and subscribe. And other than that, Scorpio, have an amazing week.